Let's talk about Divorce in the Black by Tyler Perry. It's a good movie, but it's a Tyler Perry film. And we have to always remember that when we go into watching these films. Just unrealistic, but yet entertaining nonetheless. Now, I'm going to just say the opening scene. Baby, you are going to be like, what in the fuck is happening? The first 15 minutes of the film, I'm exhausted. If this was a real marriage, one of us would have to go. Because I'm exhausted just watching y'all. See, Tyler Perry don't just give you villains, baby. He give you top of the top, the most top of the villains that you ever gonna see. Okay? He gives you Ike Turner, Mike from Why Did I Get Married? Every villain that Clifton Powell ever played in, all wrapped up in one. Okay? You don't just get the regular villain. But let's go ahead and get to these spoilers. Let's talk about the funeral for a second. Because I'm not going to lie. We all talk about how at funerals, when somebody passed away and you know that person was no good, low down, spread it low and spread it wide. And the pastor get up there, get to preaching how they all going to glory and how they lived their life as a good person. And it's like, no, they didn't. And I feel like the pastor did exactly what a lot of us feel like should be done when the person ain't a good person. However, if you know this person is so terrible, I would not have even agreed to do the funeral, whether it was my child or not. That's the part that was losing me. You don't like these folk, why are you doing a funeral? But baby, when she told them boys to take that man out of that casket, I lost it. Like Tyler Perry, you are a different breed. The insane, like, what do you be thinking about when you be writing? But I must say, from there, I thought, you know what, for sure this movie is going to be just out of pocket, out of control. But to me, that was like the most climax that you really got in the film, at least for me. Corey, we love you. But you played this role so well that it scares me to think that you may be having a little bit of this in you in real life. And I pray that you don't. I'm sure you don't. But goddamn, he played crazy so well. But it was humorous at the same time. He told somebody he was going to smack their nose off. Like, you couldn't tell me he wasn't ad-libbing most of the film. Because his comebacks, it just was funny to me. There was one particular scene between Megan Good's character, between Ava and her mom. And I thought that scene was so beautiful and so necessary. Because, as we all know, the mother eventually found the letter that Rona had wrote with all the things that Dallas had done to Ava. And the mom read it and she just couldn't help but feel like a failure. Like, we created this life for you. We showed you what real love looks like. And, you know, maybe we didn't show you enough of your own worth. And this is why you feel like this is acceptable. And as a parent, I feel like I failed you, because why do you think this is okay for a person to treat you this way? And it was such a realistic moment. And I really felt like, you know, a lot of mother and daughters probably needed to hear that conversation in real life. And I thought it was a beautiful moment. Dad, we love him. Stand on business every time. Like, what? You put your hands on my wife, you put your hands on my daughter, but I knew he was going to get his ass kicked. I already knew that was coming. You don't go to no house full of niggas by yourself and expect to walk up out of there. Benji, we always got to have a good-looking, fine black man willing to play his part, but as big as that nigga was, he should have not got a lick off of your ass. But I'm just saying. Rona, at first she was getting on my nerves. At the funeral, it was like, pipe down. But I appreciate a friend like her. She stood on business. And not once did she step down from Dallas. She was always with the shits more than her man, who was pissing me off. Jim was just pointless. Like, you doing all this, oh, that's my best friend, I know him for years, I know how to handle him. Then handle him. Why is everyone else, why are these women handling him? You claim you know how to handle him, then handle him. Not once in that movie did he ever handle him. That nigga walked up in your crib and said, nigga, watch out. Corey was just funny in this shit. But Now, let's get to Megan Good's character, Ava. When Ava got to her breaking point and dragged his ass about that crib, I thought we were going to see like this savage come out of her going forward. But I feel like we never really got that. Even when she lured him back to the crib, I thought she was about to f him up. I thought we was going to have an enough moment. But it was not giving that. Like, she didn't go off the way. Like, I get the whole, like, I needed the bruises to prove that when I ass dead, I could then claim self-defense. Respect it. I get it. Maybe he wanted to go a more realistic route. But, baby, if you're going to be hitting us with motherfuckers carrying bodies out of caskets about the funeral, you give us some more unrealistic shit and have her kick his motherfucking ass. I wanted to see her beat the shit out of him at least before she actually pulled the trigger. But hey, it is what it is. One last thing before I end this. Another thing that kept pissing me off and made no sense was the cop. I need proof. I need proof. You need proof of what? Apparently these people have been terrorizing the town since 1989. What proof you need? And then even when they attacked the father and he was like, well, he's not awake, he has to tell me what happened. Is there not surveillance footage in the grocery store? Did they not show him that he came up there and was grabbing on this woman? That wasn't enough proof. And then at the end, why weren't they all arrested? Because now the daddy is awake. He can tell the officer, like, yeah, they attacked me, they shot me, they da-da-da-da, right outside their house. Why they not in jail? They all standing outside. You think you getting away with this? And her little... This is what happens when you push a good person too far. It didn't like, it was supposed to hit harder. But, yeah, that part didn't make no sense to me. Because should they not be in jail for assaulting and attacking this man? Then again, he did come to their land, so they could be like, we was defending our shit. Overall, it was a good movie. I will say, I'm going to say it was about a good 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. It was good. And I want to see more of, I want to see Corey in more movies. Because I think he's a great actor. And I want to see him do more movies. Maybe not these villain roles. But I want to see more of him. And not for nothing, I know we joke about Tyler Perry and we say all these things about these movies, but hey, shout out to him for keeping these people working and paying them their worth. And we got to respect the man for that, if nothing else. But yeah, y'all go ahead and watch it. It's streaming on Prime Video. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this one.